And as you see where this is sewn, I'm going to start the hairline right there. It's Holly Hobby, so the hair is going to be coming with a part going straight down the middle to the back, and then it's going to be coming around the face. Once I get the hair done, then I'm going to paint her face. So I'll be able to position her eyes where they need to go. And thank God. So I finally found my laser thing, and as you can see, my pimple is gone. Yeah, it just has a little aftermath. I should have lasered that sucker. I decided not to put no gel in my hair, so this way it doesn't look glued to my head. I look like I have a mohawk. Someone told me last night I had a mohawk, so there's no gel in there. Okay, so we can focus on Dolly. I do question myself. Is Raphael up? What's that child doing? The doll's a lot smoother than how the lighting projects it. Um, Raphael loves blonde. I guess it's like me in a way too. I like blonde. I like my dolls, most of them blonde. Don't ask me why, I don't know. I think blonde hair is beautiful on dolls. But I love me with my black hair. Okay, and I'm not using regular thread here, okay? I'm actually using upholstered thread because you don't want something that's going to come apart. So I'm just getting started with the double knot. But yeah, I'm people saying, when you're going to finish, when you're going to finish. I'm finishing it today. This video will not end until I'm done. So we're doing the hair. After the hair, I'm going to paint the face. I don't need glasses for that. So now I'm going down to right there. So the thread is right up here, which is where her hairline is going to start. That we have plenty of room for face. Okay. This is not the kind of doll you make for hair play. The kind you have for comfort or sitting on your bed. Yep, her hair is two different shades of a blonde. What, might as well say blonde. But these are Raphael's favorite colors. He messaged me back. He says, you know what I want? Now, in a few minutes, you'll see how this is going to be looking. Because I'm going to have to add my yarn to go down to the back of the doll's head. I'm making this for Raphael. Raphael has a huge collection of custom Cabbage Patch kids that I have. And comes to me, Raphael messaged me and says, I want a Holly Hobby doll. So, see, her hairline's going to be basically like this, nice and tucked to right there. She's going to have really long braids, and we're going to do the face. And that will be hand painted. So, yes, I am going to be doing paintwork. See? I've already got this here attached. And you also use a glue gun. Yeah, you use a glue gun with this. But Raphael also wants me to make her dress. And the Raphael says to me, and I want the bonnet thingy too. And it took me a moment because I forgot what a bonnet was. And I was like, a what? He said, I want the bonnet thingy on her head, the hat, you know. I was like, no, I don't. You got to remind me, what is that? And and you, I got that. I said, oh, bonnet. Okay, got it. It definitely took me a moment to get with the program. So I'm using two different colors of yarn. These two. I think it goes really, these two colors go great with her skin tone. Um, both of us really love more biracial looking dolls. Dolls that don't have a specific nationality, you know, one that makes you guess. So we both end up going with dolls who look biracial or multiracial when I'm creating a doll. That's pretty much what I go for. It's what I really like. Um, so yeah, we don't really, both of us like that look. Because when you see the doll, it's like, well, she's got darker skin, but then she's got maybe something like a dirty blonde hair, a different eye color mixture, things like that. So it's putting beauty on a doll that doesn't necessarily have a race. That's what I like about when I'm making a homemade doll. I'm truly doing something that no one else is really doing, as far as I know, but then I just do whatever's in my head. So I'm not getting ideas from other people. And what I'm doing right now, I've been doing for a very long time. I've been in Dolls Magazine 4 times. I don't know if they're still in production right now or not. A lot of doll magazines have gone out of production and are no longer available. And I think it's because a lot of our older people, I mean, social media took that, you know, and a lot of our older people who have now passed away, they were the ones who prescribed to dolls magazines and things like that. So younger people just go to Instagram and Facebook or here, YouTube. YouTube is like a learning tool to me. YouTube can be so many different things. So for me, YouTube is, you can do tutorials, anything and everything, and that is way too long. But it doesn't matter because what's left of these two colors of yarn, I want to use it up. I want to be done with it. Raphael is a huge fan of my custom homemade dolls. Dolls that I've made from scratch by hand, with my sewing machine, with fabric, custom soft sculpture Cabbage Patch Kids, and Calico ones. I've been blessed to be able to do a variety of things when it comes to dolls. And it's not something I just started, I've always done it. Okay. I think I made that hair too long. For sure. God, I'm gonna end up cutting a lot of that off. So her part's gonna be a nice thick part that has a little elevation through here from thickness. But well, yeah, we're gonna be painting her face today. We're gonna do her braids and all of that. I'm gonna use a glue gun underneath here, like you would do with the original Holly Hobby, to make that lie down the way it's supposed to. So, and then it'd be stuck like that. But I have to finish this part up. This way, even Raphael doesn't get that bonnet, which I don't know I'm gonna have to do because if I don't, he's gonna have a fit. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, why? Okay. I think when it comes to making this kind of a doll, it's made from scratch. It's rag doll. They're very homey. These are very homey type dolls, and they're made with care, love, because they're made from home. This isn't something I bought from a store. The fabric has to be ordered online. It can't be any kind of fabric. It's what we call doll skin. It's a thicker, more durable type of fabric that can last. It's quite durable, can last for many, many years. As far as I know, it doesn't fade. I've never had it fade. I've been using it for quite a few years whenever I do make a doll. So for me to make a homemade doll is, to be honest, it's a treat. It's quite rare since most of the dolls I do I make over. But I am going to eventually kind of get out of that. I'm going to end up probably going in these lines. You know, focus on getting rid of some of my other dolls and make my own dolls. I want to make dolls that are for people who have a desire for a certain type of comfort. Okay.
I'm gonna fix hot dogs for supper. I ain't got no chili. We're gonna have to use that can of manwich I got for
If you
chili.
want chili, I have some up in my cabinet. I don't have a problem if you get some. And if you want hot dogs, if you want something else, I can cook something.
Do you wanna cook something?
If you want me to, I
That'd,
will.
that'll be nice.
I told you what things I can't do with money, I can make up for in other ways.
Thank you.
I wash dishes.
I know. I appreciate it.
If you want to, look in the freezer and take out a pack of chicken breast. Speaking of other conversations, patience is a virtue in this life. Um, I enjoy making dolls. I love painting dolls, but my thing with American Girl, I think, is coming to an end. I don't like how they're treating me. They have not refunded me my money yet for the dolls I returned. It's been a month. Yeah, it's actually been a month. Um, I'm that's why I don't care how cute they make a doll look or how much I want to get back into American Girl again. I'm not doing it. So they've lost me as a fan, customer. So I'm out. And another thing is too, they're really going under bad. Oh, trust me, they are. That's why they've been recreating dolls with my sort of my trend. Eyelashes, the eyebrows, things like that. They're really desperate for sales. They got to get their sales up. They're all of their brick and mortar stores. Their stores are closing. People are losing their jobs. You know why? Because sales have continued to do nothing but drop. Um, and this thing, it's really sad. It's really sad. I built a lot of bridges through American Girl, but when you get to the point where they think that they're all that, for me, it's kind of like, okay, you know what? Here's your wake up call. You're having to close a lot of stores. People aren't willing to pay that much for the dolls anymore. They can go to eBay. They can go to all of these other outlets, and then they can do swap trades and all that stuff. They have a lot of good ideas. I think Corinne truly is a beautiful diversity, and I love her. I wouldn't mind having another, of course, but I think what we're seeing is the beginning of that. Hi, Vanessa. Love you, honey. Happy day. We are going to finish Raphael's doll today. So I'm doing hair. I'm almost done. I only have that much more to go right here. And when I'm done, I'm going to paint her face. It's a Sunday. Where's Raphael at? Raphael wants a bonnet.
Well, I'm going to Fanny's Friday if we don't get no more snow.
Okay.
But that ain't waiting around for nothing.
Um, I need to tell you something. Be careful going around to the office around them.
Me, you're the one that said something.
No. When you left, Tanya is like, you need when we can't keep doing this and that. She's your mother. Basically, you're responsible for her. When she's having these moments or act moves like this, you need to call an ambulance, have her taken to the hospital. And I told her, I said, ma'am, no, I don't need to have my mom sent to a hospital. I have it recorded. The whole thing that went down, I had it all recorded. This is the second time they told me that. And I said, I don't need to send my mom to the hospital. I said, she has mood swings. I said, that's just how it is. She takes medication to help her with her mood. She can't help it. That's why I try to overlook it. I said, she doesn't need to go to the hospital for that. I'm not going to lie to my mom. I'm going to be honest with her. Everyone needs to know the truth of what people say about them behind their backs. And I'm going to be honest with her. Besides, it's here on YouTube. The video is live here on YouTube. What they were saying and how they were saying it. I ended up telling her just, cut communication with people at the office. Don't have anything else to do with them unless it's something important because they're just two faced. And to be honest, they're just not people. They're not people persons. Yes, I got a feeling it definitely bothered her. And yes, I think it would upset her. That is correct. That is correct, Paris. Exactly. That's exactly what the woman on the phone said. And that was Tanya. Well, I'm not. I told her I'm not putting my mom in a, go to the hospital for bipolar disorder. This is why I tell people that um, when you deal with mental illness, depending on your professional diagnosis, I say professional because you can't diagnose yourself saying that you have a certain illness when you are not professionally diagnosed. What I mean by that is, you can't say that you're bipolar and you haven't been properly diagnosed by a professional. Um, it has to be a diagnosis from a professional. Medication is not a cure. It's a stepping stone to help regulate your emotions. But nevertheless, it's not a cure. Of course she didn't like it, but I'm not gonna lie to her or let them talk behind her back. It's hard. It's very hard, but it's like my brother said to me. My brother told me that I need to find my way. I need to live my own life. Yep, that's pretty much it. I mean, my mom wants money that I don't have to give her, but I do help her in other ways, many other ways. Okay, I'm done with the hair. Now I'm going to lift this up, come over here, and I'm going to knot it up right there. It's okay for misspelled words. We are not in a competition trying to spell perfection because I mispronounce words, I misspell them as well. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I don't try to be. I'm not trying to be a perfect person. I'm simply trying to be the best person that I can be or the best version of myself. Please quote me on that. Life is not about being the best person in the world. It's about being the best version that you can possibly be of yourself in this world. Yeah, one thing I love about making dolls, see, I poured it up here through, because when I cut it, this little string, pop, goes inside the head, so you see nothing. Like I said, it costs money to take the doll making classes that I took, most definitely. Okay, now, she has more than enough hair. I need to grab my glue gun. Oh, God. Miss Thing need a trim. Okay, she's looking like Rapunzel. She is definitely. Where are my big scissors? Where are my big girl scissors? Hold on, let me get that. And also, let me get my scissors to give her a haircut. Mom. sorry that took so long. Um, so I was just straight up honest, gave my mom 411, and but to let her know, just don't call them, don't have anything to do with them. Um, and like I said before, life it's not easy living with someone who has mental disorders. A lot of people do. Who, who is Renwin? Who in the world? I want to know where my Jenny is. Y'all heard me. I said, my Jenny. I just wanted to call me. I worry about her so much. That's it, Paris. Paris, you know what time it is. I mean, hello, you're in Manhattan. You're a New Yorker. I mean, not only that, but I mean, you know the life experience. You know from life's experience. And I forgot to grab my glue gun. I have got to cut some of this stuff off. Oh my God, it's just way too long. Hey, I was like that with my real hair. Y'all remember my hair was down to my butt. I would cut this much off, or sometimes about that much, which was fine, but I'm not cutting my hair anymore. Y'all know my hair be long in another year and a half. So this year and then next year, boom, it's all the way back down my back. But once it gets to right here, that's when I wear it I'll be wearing it loose most of the time. And then flat iron and stuff. But thanks to my dear friend Crystal B, um, she's a sweetheart. She's in Mid America for blessing me to buy paints and my hair, my new hair utensils that I use. Oof, I don't know what I would do without y'all. I'm talking about those of you who are genuine. Not everyone is genuine on here. Some of y'all are faker than plastic. And I'm not, y'all know who I'm talking about. Gosh, I gotta. Now, when I cut like this, I don't care if I'm cutting the hair at an even length on either side. That doesn't matter until after I braid it. All right, now let me move that. And where'd I put the glue gun? No, it's true. That is very true, Paris. That's exactly right. They only care about where that money comes from. Oh, wow. Look at the brown in my hair. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Do y'all see that? It's, oh, wow. Yeah, that is the brown. That's when my hair was blonde. The only reason I haven't dyed that again is because I'm actually debating when we get closer to summer. Um, I mean, I'm gonna leave my natural. All of this. I like that much of my hair from my scalp out. That's my natural color, the black. But all of that somewhere it was blonde back when it got bleached blonde. And I'm thinking about toward the summer getting a permanent hair color removal kit because they don't do damage. And I'm thinking about having the artificial color removed so that dirty blonde will come back. And then have highlights put all through my hair to make it blend even more. Yes, I'll leave it that way. But no, I haven't dyed my hair anymore since I they bleached it and then my hair broke off from the bleach. And then COVID. Oh my God. Oh Jesus, the hair that was coming out from COVID. That was freaking me out so bad, I swear. But me and my mom, we talk. I mean, One thing is like my doctor told me, we talked about, you have to be careful. Because, I mean, my mom has one type of illness, bipolar disorder, and it's definitely emulating the ups and downs and mood swings, even though she takes medication for depression. Y'all stop looking at my caboodles. My caboose. My caboose. Okay. This is a different angle for me. Well, at least I don't look all wonky. Legs, and she knows how to use them. I do got nice legs. I'm thick. I am thick and juicy. I can't believe I said that. Don't pay me no mind. It's just a mental health thing. I'm just kidding. There's nothing wrong with mental health. I have a sense of humor. If you don't have one, can I recommend that you get one? Okay. I love these. These are glue sticks that I use. They're crystal clear glue sticks. I got the really long ones from Walmart. I got the big glue gun. Um, and it bonds most everything. Sean bonds in 30 seconds. It adheres. This is what I use inside of Barbie dolls' heads because I don't have to worry about it getting unheated again, things like that. They're non-toxic as well. Um, they're made in the USA. They're, oh god, let me read it. I'm gonna read why I like this. Ugh, my foot got stuck in the blanket. I need my other ones that are stronger. But yeah, this is what I use and squish around all up in Barbie's head. Yeah, it's good for paper, metal, plastic, wood, fabric, ceramic, foam, lace, ribbon, synthetic fabrics, all of that kind of stuff. So these are what I use when I rid a Barbie doll, or if I'm adding more hair, because these are very flexible. And right now, this particular glue stick here is different. This one has a cloudier look. This is a Gorilla glue stick. But for this particular type of project that I'm doing with this doll, it really doesn't matter what glue I use, stick I use, because this is to simply make the hair stay down, basically. That's it. Let me move the scissors. So you'll see how I'm going to make lines underneath. So to make the hair lay down. Because, I mean, Raphael does not play with doll hair. Raphael likes his dolls to look pretty, presentable, and done. And Raphael's like, I don't have a black doll. I'm like, Raphael, but sweetheart, you are a beautiful cocoa brown, a beautiful chocolate brown. What do you mean? And so Raphael only has, I think, two black Cabbage Patch Kids. Loves Cabbage Patch Kids, but I mean, who doesn't, right? Watch the videos of all the crazy white people fighting over them in autumn stores, and I thought to myself, you have got to be kidding. And I remember my dad's cousin. He has one, and I love hearing the stories. People, let me tell you something. Do not talk junk about old people. And I don't even want to say old people. People that have lived longer than you. They are a dictionary. They are encyclopedias. And they are willing to, I mean, ask them questions about the way things were when as they were growing up. Ask them about the Cabbage Patch Kid phase. Ask them about the stories of Barbies that were said, way back when. I mean, you can get so much information and learn from them before they're gone because they're just amazing. I love to be around older people. I used to always ask my grandmother questions about things like when she was growing up and the hardships and the good, the bad, and she'd tell me how, they didn't really, they only went to school until basically a certain age, and that was when they had to drop out. They had to work, help with the family farm. My mother and father's side of the family, both of them, they were all farmers. They come from a family of farmers. Now, my grandparents and great grandparents they never, I did find out, they never ever had slaves. So that was never something that was part of my bloodline. What they did was have a bunch of children. Yes, they had lots of children. They made their children work on the farm, but they did, or they would hire people. But they never. I thank God that that's not part of my bloodline or the other stuff that dealt with things that happened back before people had freedom. And believe me, it wasn't just people of color who needed freedom. It was also women. Women, we had no voices. We could not. There was nothing that we could say. Once women got married. That was it. Your husband owned you. He bought you and he paid for you. He owned you. Okay, there we go. Pour this hair over the hot glue in a very smooth way. Doesn't she like a Mary J. Blige rag doll? So I mean, I learned a lot from my mother's mother. My father's mother died when I was a kid. So all I did was, I think that's where the nurturing in me came from. It's because when I was a kid, I would have to stay with my father's mother while she was sick, basically months from dying. And I remember having to stay with her. And she loved dolls. She loved dolls. She had dolls almost everywhere through the house, blonde dolls, brunette dolls. And I think my biological father thinks, that's where I got the love of dolls from. But he was like, she had 20. She didn't have hundreds. I said, well, maybe she's leading me on and saying, get that one, get this one. This one looks good. You can get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. And so, yeah. But no, my grandfather on my father's side, never met him. He died when my father was, I think he was 12. And, but he was an architecture. He was an architect. Money, I don't know what he did with it. I probably taxes and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I wasn't here. My father was a child, so he probably doesn't know himself what his older siblings did. Cause I remember him telling me stories about, um, he had nieces and nephews his age. So he played with his nieces and nephews. He had brothers and sisters it was 13 of them. It was 13. My father had about 13 brothers and sisters. And so, think about that. Grandma was pregnant. She had one on her side and one inside of her, probably most of her life. Good Lord. If she ever got to the point where she didn't like kids, I can completely understand why. Because back in those days, women didn't have a say so over their body. Women didn't have the freedom to take birth control. I don't think they had any back then. And they certainly did not make other things to prevent you from having children. Okay, now that I got the hair pretty much nice and flat on this side, I'm going to add a little contrast. I'm going to use this darker color to tie that. Yes, I made a my very own Holly Hobby doll pattern. And this one's bigger. I think bigger people like bigger dolls. You know, they're really cute to sit in a recliner, a chair, whatever, it doesn't matter. Or your bed. Or to just sleep on the bed as a comfort. I wish I could have made the doll for my aunt. She's in a rest home now and she's in her next to the last stage of dementia. So they've already made preparations. God, that is so painful. It's my family's dying away. And well, to be honest, I don't have anyone as it is. I don't have a boyfriend, a husband. I don't have any of those things anymore. So, at all. Um, it feels lonely. But trust me, I do plan on making changes about that this year. That is going to change. Okay, now I gotta load up this glue, squish it down right there, and push this hair down. Because I don't want it coming up. I want it to be able to stay in this perfect position. Because I'm going to hand paint her face on fabric. You see the fabric? Yes, we are going to be hand painting today. Well, my mother has agreed with me. I told her that it was one of the women, the young woman. I told her, I said, her husband owns these properties. And my mom has finally agreed to me about that. Um, but it's also like I said, I'm ready to fly. I think this year might be the year that I leave. I fly. It's possible. It is very, very possible. Now, why didn't that glue down? Huh. That's okay. I can get that in a minute. I'll hit that up in a minute. Let me go ahead and get this braid done. Because it is yarn, so I have to make sure it's all these pieces of yarn are pulled in very nicely and neatly. Oh, I would love to have kids and make them a homemade doll to have as a comfort doll and tell them that it absorbs bad dreams. Maybe during the making of the doll, take some lavender, some real lavender, and have it planted inside of the doll so that I have a nice light scent. Because lavender is good for anxiety. It's a natural remedy for anxiety. People ask, you married? You pregnant? We all go through something. Can't control it. I really don't care about. I love kids, but I really don't care about what happens in the future on that subject. Okay, now it's time to tie this up. And I'm going to use the lighter color. And yes, I am actually going to start making these and selling them. And I will do videos of every single variation that I make. By the way, I am doing them at about $95 to $125. If I have to buy the fabric and the stuffing, which usually I have to buy the stuffing. Usually I have, like Raphael bought the fabric, sent me the money to cover everything else. So yeah. But if I had to buy everything from fabric to stuffing, it's like $125, not including shipping. There we go. Okay. Now let's get a glue stick here. I already pulled one out and did not even realize it. Now we'll stick it in that hole. There we go. Now why did this not stick on here before? I do not know. But I need you to stick now. Like that. And her hair can come up so she can wear a dress. And her ponytail is going to hang down. It really doesn't matter what color your doll's skin is or the hair. Once you start putting it together and everything, it's going to look beautiful regardless. Seriously, it's going to look good. It doesn't matter. I mean, this doll could be brown with pink hair or turquoise hair. Oh my god, why is this not sticking? I'm going to have to redo this. What, Dixie? Yeah, what are you smelling? Stop it. It's new. It's Raphael's doll. Raphael does not have pets. Oh, really? You want to get in front of the camera today? Would you like to say hello to everybody? Say hello, darlings. How are y'all doing out there? Psst. All right, did that, pulled it out. Oh, great, it's sticking to me. Oh my god, big time. Okay, now let's redo that. I think I want her hair to look a little tasseled up there. I kind of like that look. Looks cute. Now, I need that to stick right there. Now I need you to try there. See? Pretty, pretty, pretty. She's gonna be so pretty. I love the skin color. I love the hair color. I don't know. It's just a beautiful blend of uniqueness. Okay, so I'm going to have to take a string and tie it gently around your neck so that can be held there until this glue dries completely. Okay. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go under her arm and do that. Oh, yeah. that works. So, oy, my nose is just okay. So, see, there's the back. Here's the side. I did not want to go for too much perfection because I want to give her. I mean, she's a rag doll, so I'm not trying to be perfect. I wanted to like a few little loose pieces, like real hair would be. Oh, I can't wait to paint her face. Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming. Today. That video is going to happen today. Let me take my glasses off. Uh, I cannot believe the Rainbow High pool is 60 freaking dollars. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta set her up between my legs. What, Dixie Poo? Let me think. Yes, I have eaten this morning. I've had cereal. I do need to go to the grocery store again because I need more milk and cereal. Oh, I have some yogurt. So that's good. I have healthiness. See, mom took chicken out. So I'm going to have, I don't know what I'm going to cook tonight. I think I might do Asian. In other words, take chicken breast, cut it up in pieces, um, fry it, but also I have to prepare rice. So I have to be doing that to prepare the rice. So it'll be like stir-fried chicken rice, something like that. What do you know, Dixie? What you over there talking about, little stinker booty? Rubbing on my footsies. Oh, you look so sweet. You know I love you. You get on my nerves, but I love you. Just like a man, girl, you'll get on somebody's nerves. But I love you, baby. You see how I'm just dripping it all on there? Mm, yeah, because I want to make sure it's not coming off her head. It's waterproof, it ain't coming away. But then you got that quickly because, oh, I poured on and it will drip. Because I want to stay in this particular style. Raphael says, I want me a brown holly hobby. I said, well, honey, you did. Ain't that right, Dixie Lou? And I want a bonnet. I said, what have you been watching? Little House on the Prairie. I said, something got you inspired to want one. Nope, I watched your video. I saw yours and I want one too. I said, you got it. We'll do this. We'll make it happen. Okay, that looks good. It's matching the other side. And two, I'm covering up where all the sewing was. You see that? You don't see where I had to sew the back of the doll's head to make it from the side. See? So it's more of a rounded sort of look. So Holly Hobby dolls, really, they're like flat. They're flat pancakes. But I had one which I took apart, but I changed the pattern so that I can make the doll have a more fuller head, where she's pancake, see, where she's more huggable, more thickness to her. So I had to basically just use that as a template, which is something to go by. And then I changed the pattern and made it into what I wanted. So first things first, I have to remember where did I tie this up before on the other side? Okay, I see it. And I have to double loop it. So when I start tying, it's not going to move. I don't want it to move. Then I come underneath. I'm going to double loop like this. So this is how you tie it. Normally you do it just one time, but I do it twice. Because when you do it twice, it makes it where it doesn't slide. So once you tie it, boom, see? It stays. It's not coming loose. And then I'll tie it one more time. There we go. So now it's permanently tied. And then I cut it. Because I know I'm going to glue gun it. I'm going to glue it down as well. So here she is so far. You know, some people make dolls like this and they don't even put a face on them at all. They just put on a cute little outfit and that's it. I don't want a doll with no face. Even though this looks cute, she looks really cute like this. I don't care. I can't do a doll without a face. It's like a doll without a name. No, it's like a doll without a personality. I guess that's the artist part of me. Because when you paint a doll's face, you give the doll a personality. It could be a boy doll, it could be a girl doll, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of doll. The way you paint it, the expression that you give it through the art of paint, that is what gives it character and personality. As for this doll, she is a peaceful. She's about bringing love and peace. So if you see that about her, that's what she's meant to give. That's what she's about. Serenity, sweetness, comfort. Yeah. So the dolls that I make, that's what I would want to do. The type of dolls that I would make would be dolls that are for people who maybe have health issues. And I would want my dolls to provide a comfort or something of a need that they feel in their hearts and mind. I care about people. I genuinely do care about people. And I do get concerned about them. Even the ones that spread hate that can even make me angry. But even then, a part of me has to say, wait a minute, you know what? There's obviously something wrong with this person or these people. There is something generally wrong with them that's not normal. This is not normal human behavior to behave or even act like this. And so then I become sympathetic for them and I start questioning, okay, so what's the real issue? What's the real problem? Maybe they're not receiving enough attention at home or they don't feel loved or cared for. So I tend to be a little more forgiving. Okay, the tie is going to go right there. Oh my gosh. Well, it's because I got nails. Aside from that, my mama turned the heat up too much. About to burn up. Fire, fire. Oof, the roof is on fire. Okay, now let me see. So once that's glued, it'll be like I'm gonna probably end up having to redo this in piece, but doesn't matter, it's fine. I need to go ahead and get this here part glued in the right place, then we will get homegirl. No, her hair, that looks pretty even, so I think flip this part over and I'm going to hit it with the glue gun all through this area, which you can't see. So I'm sorry for you, my friend. So sorry. Can't tape it. And yep, that's a lot of glue I just stuck all up in there. And I'm pressing gently because I want to get the yarn in the fabric. I want it to be nice and bonded, and I applied very thick amount of glue. Ta-da! And it takes a minute to dry because it's pretty thick. So I think she doesn't need a hat. But then I know Raphael might be like, I want a bonnet. But then Raphael can change their mind very, very quickly. Huh? I don't know. You know, I'm thinking of, look at Raphael's rag doll.
Mm-hmm, that's pretty.
I gotta give her a face in a minute. Um, I thought about taking it, cutting it up in small pieces, grilling it in some oil, and with a little bit of my Asian spot Chinese spices and some rice. Or I can cut it up in small pieces, and we can eat tortillas and make tacos. So, what do you want?
I like it better with the rice.
Oh, you want with rice? Okay, cool. All right, we got Asian food in the house tonight. Hallelujah. Okay, let me see this thread. I'm going to take this, and now I'm going to tie it where her hair will stay in place as it's drying. Her pigtails. I want them to dry in this place so they don't lift up or start coming up. So I'm going to try it. I'm actually going to tie that pretty a little tightly. Stop with that. Okay, most importantly, the doll has been made. Her hair is now attached to her head. Her braids are in place. Now, so see the band, the yarn is going around so the ponytails stay in place. I need them to stay there because now I have to retouch up part of the ponytail, the braid, which is easy. I have to go up just a smidget and then cut the other one loose. And the reason why I do this live is because people don't understand that when you are making a doll, it's not like it's going to take you 30 minutes or something. If you want something of quality, it costs money because it takes longer to make. If this was a 30-minute quickie, okay, fine. You know what? Sure, 20 bucks, good deal. But it's not. It takes hours. It takes me about 3 days to make one of these. So that's why I charge about, and then I'm professional. You have to understand, I had to pay money to go to doll classes. Um, so that's why I would charge about 80 bucks, 60 to 80 bucks. I'm gonna say 80 at the most. I'll go low on that. But you have to do the doll skin because I'm not gonna do this in some other fabric. I'm only using doll skin by CR's Crafts. And my pattern is my own, so it's not like I have a pattern I can tell you where to get one at because I had a pattern and I simply adjusted it to different measurements, to a different size, to everything, to making it actually into a completely different pattern. Okay, so now I have to cut the piece down here at the bottom. Dixie, please stop licking yourself. It just sounds so nasty. God, it's not like you're leaking. Okay, there we go. Ponytail's perfect. So, there are her braids. Ta-da! She's got beautiful, healthy, thick-looking braids. Two beautiful colors that really complement each other very well. It's not too light, not too dark, so it's really pretty. So guess what? Now it's time to, let's give her a face. Let's give her a beautiful face. A simple. We're going to simple beauty. Okay, simple. No, I've never been simple, so I might as well cross that out. Don't pretend like you just didn't hear it. Don't worry, I'm going to re-angle my camera at a different angle as I get ready for painting. I'm simple acrylic paint by Americana, which is now owned by Deco Art. I hated Deco Art paints. You know why? Because they would bleed on vinyl. People that are using Liquitex paint on their um, American Girl dolls don't understand that the paint is going to actually, in about 6 months to a year, it's going to bleed into the doll's vinyl. And they sold those dolls. And their dolls are not going to last, unfortunately. And that's sad because they got beautiful paintwork, but it's going to bleed all around into the vinyl and then outwards. And then people could be like, whoa, what's up with this? Because that spray sealer sucks. One thing I learned about doll making and painting dolls is the old-fashioned way is the better way. Do it all by hand and know what you're doing while you're doing it. Okay, so now I'm going to set up my camera at a different angle. I'm going to at least attempt to do that so that it can be pointing downwards to show you while I'm working on her face. And I don't want this thing coming up at all. I don't want it to fall over. What can I set on top of this that's got weight? Oh, Melina. Okay, Melina. There you are, darling. Have a seat up there. Thank you very much for being such a sweetheart. Oh, you're such a darling. Y'all know I'm just cutting up and being silly, right? I don't want anybody to think I'm like a lot went cuckoo and talking crazy crap. Oops, there's my other Amaya. Oh, sweetheart, lean over. I gotta make her dress. I'm tired of looking at her naked. Okay, turquoise, turquoise. Now, when I have a regular customer like Raphael is a regular of mine for years. Since, actually for the past maybe 6, 7 years, Raphael has been a regular. So now we are about, so I want to show you her body. So now you see how everything looks when it's all put together. See? There's a nice link to it. So she's huggable and holdable. Um, as you notice, you will feel here, I stuffed the dolls very tightly from midway all the way up. This is very tightly stuffed. Then here to here, it becomes a bit looser, special. So from here to right there, it's firm, but not as firm as up here. And then down here, it's more just fluffy. The reason why is so that it preserves all of the very firmness of the head, so it's not going to get floppy around the neck. It's not going to be floppy ever. And then this part here reinforces that by being very firm and the doll holding her size. This is a very thick fabric. It's not cheap stuff. Oh, I need to disconnect my um, glue gun because I'm going to need my brushes. I love these colors. I got this at Target. Thank God it did get wet in a flood, but not on the inside. The brushes I usually paint with were not salvageable, but I do use the ones I could save for something like this. My new ones are the brown ones, in which I've shown everyone. Okay, first things first, I need to get my paints together. Okay, we got a sable brown. I need a darker brown. There we go. I'm going to need black. Oh, this color will look good. Oh yeah, that'll work great on this shade of skin to do a simple lip. When you're doing a doll, it depends on what color your doll is. You have to use a completely different palette of paints. You basically can't use the same colors as you do on a Caucasian doll. But I'll tell you one thing, I can definitely make some colors work on both dolls. That's like eye color, things like that. Okay, I think I used this shade of turquoise. Let me see. Yep. I use this one for the eyes, but first things first. What size eye am I going to do? This, this. Oh snap, I need a pencil. So, I'm gonna let her sit here for a minute and let me get a pencil. I made my glue stick. Oh my god, I can't find a pencil. Hello, phone. I love you, Dixie. I'm gonna clean out your litter box today. Don't worry. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have to blush our cheeks. I remember that. And there's the blushing. Pencil. Where did I put pencils? Let me get a pen. Pocketbook. I love you, Cookie. You get on my nerves, but I love you, baby. Don't you know I love you, baby? I love you, darling. Oh, fix my blanket. Okay. So now I'm going to set a different angle. There we go. So, we're going to make our eyes round, of course. I just had to find the perfect thing to do that with because I think this might end up being a little too big. I think. Maybe, yes. Nah. That does look a bit big. But I can't make a replica of Holly Hobby. It can't be an exact because I don't own the rights. So, she's inspired by Holly Hobby. Some people don't understand copyrights. Like my image that they posted all over the internet and things like that. That is illegal. You can't do it. Okay, where is it? Do I have a Holly Hobby doll in here? Let me think. I'm trying to think. Do I have a Holly Hobby doll here? I don't think so. I saw her in storage. Oh, never mind. I do have a face to look at. It's up here. Oh, God, where? Here it is. Okay, there we go. Those inspirations. She's got small eyes. Well, my dolls can have bigger eyes. And that's going to make her look so much more lovable. So this is inspiration. Mm-hmm. That's cute. That'll work. And we're going to I do her some whippy lashes. Okay, I'm not going to use a pen for an eyebrow. I can do all of this with paint. Then a nice simple lip and blush. And she is going to look fabulous. So, see? Yeah, did that with the pen. Don't worry, I'm an artist. I have a different vision than most people. So when you're an artist, every artist is different in their own right. That's why I don't judge other people's artwork because that's their vision. That's what they chose to do. Even when I was live talking about people's dolls. So, for my little inspiration piece, guys, so she has no white to her eyes, which is fine. Let me see. So I'm going to start with this dark brown as an element with the eyes to get me started. Okay. I'm doing fabric, not vinyl. Uh-huh. Yep. Oh, it is? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get the eyes painted. I'm gonna get Raphael's doll's face painted, and then I'll go ahead and come in and start cooking. Which, lucky for you, that might mean a new video. I might do a video of me cooking. Soup it up, soup it up. Okay. Mm-hmm. The black. There we go. mix these two together. As they say, waste not, want not. So if you don't waste it, you're not going to want it. Like some men, they waste a good woman.
This, I can't get it to stay up over my shower.
What? How come?
I don't know, it keeps sliding down. It's brand new.
All we can do is put a screw at the upper part in the wall and let it hang from it if you want me to do that later.
All right.
I'll fix it. Okay. Okay. Right, hit that over here. So that way that can dry a little bit. And then a thinner brush. Um, I'm going with this one. Hit it with a little water. Much because we're dealing with fabric here. We're going to do a little bit more dramatic eyelash over here. Hmm. I know, trust me. Yeah, you have to do the basics first. It's like house cleaning, or if you're going to rearrange a house, or if you just buy a house. It has to get ugly before it gets prettier. Honey, that's with everything, even with a man. I mean, hello, it takes a good woman to take a man and turn him around and make him into something better than what he was when you got him. And that is something I have always tried to do. I've always tried to be a good girlfriend, what have you. And I've always tried to help make my man look better than what he was when I first got him. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to stay with me. Of course not. One day they end up wanting me back, and I'm sorry, that ain't going to happen. I could be so valuable to so many toy companies with my ideas, my thoughts, my way of planning and designing. Oh my gosh. Imagine me creating and designing a doll like this much detail for a kid to have, and as a doll, pillow doll to go on their bed, making her beautiful, fashionable, and amazing. You know, like so many of these companies are doing now. They're making these pillow dolls for them to have on their beds to, to get them comfort, or to have to tag along with, drag around with. No, my luck, they'll be stealing my idea, and we'll be seeing these by the end of the year, or something close of it. I can hear Mama, she's mopping the floor. And I told y'all about 2 years ago, turquoise was going to become a very hot color. And if you look at the dolls and a lot of stuff coming out right now, it is the new hot color. And I think it's only going to get more popular as we get closer to summer. Okay, good. Go ahead and try. See? Oh, she looking so pretty. Trust me, I'm not even near finished. I'm just getting started. Because I have to wait for this paint to dry. That way it won't become as porous. And when the paint dries, it'll become more harder substance. Okay. There. So here we go so far. And I have not given her eyebrows yet. So I'm not giving her black eyebrows. I'm giving her more of a brown color eyebrow. I need a skinnier pencil. Sorry, skinnier brush. No, not you. You're too skinny. Oh my god, look at the comments I've been missing. What is going on here? What is up with this stupid stuff? Inbred? Get it fixed? Who is this? Who? Oh my god. Are people this stupidly desperate? Oh my god. Ugh. This is just all trash, trash, trash. I have never. I had no idea this stupidity was going on. My goodness. This is going for. Who is the. I don't know what that is. I have never seen so much. I guess Vanessa left. My god, it was nothing but trash after trash. How can people be this desperate? Mm, God. I mean, who has time for such desperation? Crystal, you're fine, sweetheart. I had to go through too. I am like, wow. I mean, how desperate. That is, I've never seen, if you have, that much determination to harass someone, Why do they not have that much determination to become a better person? Why not use that energy to be a better human? Why not use that energy to try and help and improve the world and heal it? Oh, such a shame. I do hope it doesn't phase any of you. I mean, that's just one of the things that happen. Not just to me, but to many people. I have just been blessed to have a lot of people who want to love me so much they want to stop me. Oops. Dang, I didn't mean the eyebrow to look like, come out like that thick. Supposed to be a simple line, but that didn't happen. Well, it has to be authentic, so. Well, it was just meant for me not to see all that stupid stuff. I mean, what are they doing? Showing the world how they can be? And the only people who saw it are those in the live, so. I don't know, I'm just, like they said, there are things in life that are more important to me. So that stuff, it just doesn't, it's not worth it. Neither are they. They only have power if you give them power, and they don't have any power. They're just mouth. Not even mouth. Okay. No, there are two people who got a restraining order. They did not, the others, um, it's harassment and bullying, but you can only deal with it by reporting it to Instagram. They can't pull out 100 restraining orders or things like that. So, and in this case, not even 25. Okay, so she's getting eyes, she's getting nose. I'm going to give her this color lip. And the thing is, they're desperate for attention. And they look at me as their way of getting it. I'm so tired of people using me. I do. I just get so used for attention. Because think about it. They're not doing it with other people like that we know of. So the only way for them to become any kind of validated is through me. So don't give them validation. Report and block. And it's just part of their, I don't know, that's just part of who they are. They have nothing else to do. And they're only going to keep doing it as long as they think it bothers people. I mean, they're desperate for attention. Way desperate. Sorry, my moderators are having to work so hard. Truly am. I can't, can't control other people, so. Cute. Sweet and simple. Alright, back up to the eyes. Now I'm going to mix a few colors. Yeah, see, I'm toning down some of that brightness of the turquoise. To get more with her skin tone. Don't know why, I just had that instinct to just look up and see what was going on. I was like, oh Lord. People have nothing to do on a Sunday but to come and troll me. Lord have mercy. I mean, think about it. I mean, this is total obsession and madness. I mean, we're really doing very serial stalker. Hmm. Look at her from a distance. Oh my god, okay, she's cute. Ta-da! See, she got nice big eyes, cute little smile. She needs some blushing on her cheeks. But I'm not going to have the eyes looking completely blue. Like so. I have a little brown I got to throw in here to do and then mix. And then I got to, so I'm going to do some low lights and then a little bit of highlight. First things first, take a little brown, create these little lines into the eye. Yeah, I'm about to get ready to start preparing the food because my mom's diabetic and so see, we toned down the eye color a little bit. And now I'm going to add a few little highlight pieces in with white. Mm, okay, done deal. See? So now I'm going to blush her cheeks. Oh, that's perfect color. There we go. Oh, she's so pretty. All right, I'm gonna set my camera up, sort of be up. Hi, y'all. Okay. There she is. So that's how she looks for now. She doesn't have clothes on yet. So, but that's what we did with the face. So I had to create my own look. I can't make a replica of Holly Hobby doll because I can be sued, for copyright infringement and things like that. People don't realize you can be sued for so much things. So this is why I couldn't use the exact same pattern. I had to make my own pattern that was inspired. As you can see, the arms are sort of like similar in pattern, but they're not exactly alike. Because of trademark issues, the body's a lot longer, so the legs are made very different, including the feet. So this way, roughly, I can actually put shoes on her. hmm So she's very different, but also, she gives you an idea of similarities, but she's not the same. Now I can cut this off, throw all that stuff away. There. So now her hair is free. And this is how she looks in natural lighting. So anyway, this is why I want a bigger size. These I'm making for adults about this size. To provide like a comfort. I can do the eyes smaller, do less detail, more simplified. Any way you want it, I can do it. So, but this is how I make dolls. And I am an award winner and been in 4 doll magazines. And that was before I started painting American Girl dolls. I would design my own dolls. So, let me see. I'm actually going to put something, I'm going to write something right across her chest. Right there. Um, because I know Raphael and I know Raphael's personality. I know who he is. I know what he's about. So I know exactly what I'm going to put on here. And he's going to absolutely love it. Mm. So there. She has love. The actual word love written right there in cursive letter. So she's done. She just needs a dress and shoes. God, Raphael wanted me to make a bonnet, but I don't think she needs a bonnet. I think it'll take away from her. I think she just simply needs a cute cotton dress, um, and any color will go with her. So here she is, love. I need better lighting, so let me take this off. Okay, because shadowing, things like that can really contemplate. So you see it looks better with the light shining right at her. She has some lashes. She looks pretty. She's simple. She's got these big eyes that say, I love you. And she has paint and letters, love. Hmm. So now I'm done. She can sit there to dry completely with her beautiful self. Anyway, I'm wrapping this up. So bye, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. To my moderators, I am so sorry y'all have had to go through so much. As you can see, when I'm painting, I'm working. I am not paying attention to what people write, and I don't really don't care what they post because as long as I mean, it's doing nothing but coming back on them. The more that they put out toward me, the more of what they send to me is going to come back to them. So, um, their opinion of me means nothing. They mean nothing to me. I do hope they get the psychological help that they need. Um, but no, I'm more concerned about the people in my personal life, in my own personal life. So it really just doesn't phase me. So anyway, it is what it is. You know, you have to understand. People look for attention if they're desperate like this. They're going to look for attention any way they can get it. I mean, this is just out of desperation. I mean, it's a bit pathetic, but they simply don't realize it. So I don't know their names. I didn't pay attention to the names of whatever YouTube channel they keep inventing. But they're obviously no one of relevance nor importance in my life, and they shouldn't be in your lives either. So I'm done with this. It has been 2 hours just putting hair and painting the face. And then it took another hour and a half cutting out the doll's body and sewing it together and stuffing it. So I've already invested 3.5 hours in the making of this doll. Like I said, it's not easy because now I have to wait and let her dry. Um, Yes, and then I'll end up talking to Raphael later, so I can show him his doll. So anyway, yeah. It is what it is. Bye everyone. I will see you later. Yeah, pretty much. I'll see you later. I'm going to start cooking. I might do a video on my cooking. Mm. So we'll see how that goes. Bye, y'all. I think I just saw them in the toilet. Oh, Lord. Did you poop them out, girl? Well, you know it is what it is. We saw a bunch of boo-boo, and if that's all they can produce is nonsense and boo-boo, then that's apparently what they're full of, and that's all they are, is a bunch of boo-boo. They're just a bunch of stinkies. So I'm going to start cooking. Bye, y'all.